Loki and his brother Thor, Bruce Banner, radiation transformation. Wilson and Maria Hill, they're the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Click, Barton, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Russian spy. Captain Rogers, World War II. Bucky, Peggy, I love you. First Avenger, here we go. Everyone, a step more.
Start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning.
We didn't start the fire,
But when we are gone, it will still burn on and on and on and on and on. We didn't start the fire.
Hey guys, it's JoJo93, and we're gonna do take 2. So I just tried to film a video for my villains of the MCU top 10, but it didn't go so well because the editing was messed up. So without further ado, let's get on to the list. These will be the top 10 best villains of Marvel. So number 1 on the list, or I should say number 10, is Loki. He killed 82 million people in 2 days, and he was a threat in the first Avengers movie. But then Hulk pretty much humiliated him, and he was not taken as a threat anymore. He works much better as an anti-hero. So that's my thought on Loki. Number 9 is Hela. Hela is a great villain. She gives quite an interesting presence to herself. I really enjoyed what she goes for. She's just an all-around great villain, and I really enjoyed her. I wish she could have had some more development, and we would have gotten to know more about her besides just being Thor and Loki's sister. But she did some pretty intimidating things, like taking Thor's eye, killing a lot of people in Asgard, so that was awesome. Alright, number 8 on the list is Ultron. Well, he's not as sadistic in the comics. He's very good in Age of Ultron. I like his arc. I thought he was pretty intimidating. His humor with Tony worked very well for him being created and not being created by Hank Pym, so that was a very interesting twist, but I really enjoyed it. Number 7, gotta go Vulture. Michael Keaton's great. There's such an intimidating presence that comes from him, and I hope we get to see him again, because I thought he was great in Homecoming. I really did. He was cool. Alright, number 6 is Thanos. I know what people are going to say. People are going to have him higher, but I wanted Thanos to be more sadistic and be a much bigger challenge, and to actually be feared, which he was feared, but you know, it was all about Gamora, and we're supposed to sympathize with him. I don't want to sympathize with Thanos. I just want to chop off his head, you know, like Thor did. That's what we want. We want to walk out of a Marvel villain hating a villain and being like, these heroes have to beat this guy. That's what we want to see. Alright, next, number 5 is Mysterio. I love Mysterio in Far From Home. I really do. I think Jake Gyllenhaal crushed it. I think he's great. He's manipulative. The one scene of him introducing Spider-Man into his nightmare realm was super cool. I loved it. I thought it was awesome to see how he used his illusions. Very cool. Hoping to see more of him in the future. Alright. Number 4 on the list is Wenwu, aka the Mandarin, the real Mandarin, from Shang-Chi. I love Shang-Chi. That movie was so great. And I loved how they gave this character the idea of, like, he had tortured souls connect to him, but he was really doing everything he could to be a good father to Shang-Chi and his sister. And it was just really cool to see that. He was intimidating. He owned the 10 rings. He had the 10 rings. He was much as the Mandarin as you can get. And he was intimidating, and he was a physical threat. But he was being misguided by these demons, and that made for a very compelling and interesting story. I really liked it. Alright, number 3 on the list is Eric Killmonger. Michael B. Jordan absolutely crushed the role in Black Panther. He brought this villain to life in ways that we could not expect. We loved his feelings and how everything went together, and just it all came together in the best way and the best light. You just believed it. You believed that he was this threat and that he was this villain, and you didn't care what anybody else had to say or thought about it. You just believed it, and you believed that he was awesome and that he was cool. And that was really a cool, compelling, and interesting thing. Number 2 on the list is Green Goblin in No Way Home. Green Goblin is awesome. To have Willem Dafoe back in the MCU is so cool, and I loved seeing him tussle with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and just Norman's on sabbatical, honey. Like, just, it was so good. The fight scenes with him were great. He was awesome. Number 1 is none other than Gore the God Butcher. Now look, we can't talk too much about Gore without getting into Thor Love and Thunder spoilers, so I'll just say the big things. This dude is absolutely creepy and terrifying. Christian Bale easily channeled the Joker in his performance. He took a little bit of Pennywise. He's very creepy, and I love it. And he's also very terrifying and easily the best Thor villain we've had, and definitely one of the best MCU villains ever. So for me, he gets the #1 spot. Let me know your guys' list in the comments below.